Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Smash the Interview. Today, we'll be talking about telephone interview. Last meeting, we talked about face-to-face interview, their advantages and their disadvantages. In today's videos, we'll talk about telephone interviews, their advantages and their disadvantages. Telephone interview is simply where the applicant receive a call from the employer or the interviewer from the other end on their phone, and they pick up their call and say, hello, speak to the person over the phone. That's telephone interview. What are the advantages of telephone interview? Number one, you are conducting the interview at the comfort of your home. You don't feel stress. You are okay. Number two, it saves you time and traveling costs. For example, if you're going to travel like 20 miles down to have your interviews, you're not doing that. You're having it over the phone. It also saves the employer time and money. If they're going to send somebody to book an interview venue, they're not going to spend that money anymore. Rather, they will have it over the phone. It saves them time and traveling costs. Number three, this works for employers. It helps the employer to figure out who is the best candidate for them. For example, if an employer is looking for a position in a sales rep or a customer service position, they will be easier and glad to have a telephone conversation with you. When they have that conversation, they can figure out if you are their ideal candidate. And if you're not, it's easy for them to filter out those who are the best candidates and those who are not. Another advantage is it gives you the opportunity to glance through your notes. But listen, don't overdo this because it may have knock-on effect on you. If you've written something down that you might want to remember, then it's a good time. It's a good type of interview if you're having it over the telephone because you could look through it quickly. The employer is not seeing you looking at it, but please don't overdo this. Another advantage is shy people who are introverts find it relaxed type of interview. They are not feeling pressured, they feel relaxed. So while speaking to the employer or the interviewer over the phone, they feel okay, comfortable because they are not seeing your face, they feel comfortable. Now, let's look at the disadvantages of telephone interview. The common disadvantage of telephone interview is usually you are expected to answer your question within a particular time frame. So if you ask a question and it take you a longer time to answer it, the employer might be thinking, what's he doing? And it's not going to be okay for your scores. So you are expected to answer question at a particular time. You have to answer it within that time if you are conducting a telephonic interview. Another disadvantage is body languages. Usually you will see the employer face-to-face if you're doing face-to-face interview, but over the phone interview, you are not seeing the employers. So you cannot measure whether you are doing very well because some employers, when you are getting the questions doing well, they will be nodding or smiling. But over the telephone, you can't see that. So that's not good for you if you're relying on the employer if you're relying to pick up some signs from the employer to know whether you are doing well or not. A telephone interview might not be a best option for you. Another disadvantage to telephone interview is there are issues with networks, signals. So if you are living in an area where the signals are usually not too strong, you may have an issue while your interview is going on. You may hear the employer saying, hello, hello, can you hear me? Someone there? That's not good. You want to have your interview in a quiet place where somebody can hear you very well. Sometimes your signals are good. You live in a good area with a good signal, but these things happen. Hey, on such day, it's not good for you because if this network keep cutting off, you'll be having nerves and that's not good for you on your day of interview. Okay, I'm going to end the video there now. So I've given you the advantages and the disadvantages of telephone interview. In the next video, I am going to give you the other two types of interview. But listen, there is a bonus coming to the next videos, which is tips on how to conduct yourself during and after interview. Take care, guys. Bye.